Whenever you search what is the largest ship in the world, you will get generally the same result. The seawise giant, a supertanker with a deadweight tonnage of more than 560,000 tons. But for all these information pages, you'll quickly find a pattern. 99% of these pages online claimed that this vessel has been sunk during the Iraq-Iran War, or during the tanker war period. It was hit by Iraqi air forces. There's pictures of the ship on fire, pictures of the whole vessel, front to end, engulfed in flames, and even photos of the ship resting on the seabed in shallow water. It is very convincing that for generations people believed that this mighty vessel had sunk, and was later refloated and eventually put back into service after a lengthy repair. A dramatic turn of events. But what if I told you these photos are all true, but the seawise giant, the largest ship in the world, that everyone believed to have been sunk, was actually never sunk? Let's answer the glaring question. If the seawise giant was never sunk, then where did this photo come from? If you go on the Wikipedia page that documents the tanker war, you can see on May 14th, a huge number of tankers was attacked. The seawise giant was only one of the 7 vessels listed here that is attacked. You can see that on this page. The seawise giant is documented to be heavily damaged. But now let's shift focus. This vessel, the Barcelona, is also listed as severely damaged. But this is where the misleading photos come from. The Barcelona was a VLCC tanker. At 120,000 gross registered tons, the ship is able to carry 230,000 tons of cargo. Although the ship is less than half the size of the seawise giant, it is still a considerably sized ship. On the 14th of May, 1988, the ship was attacked and set on fire when it was in the progress of loading crude oil from the seawise giant at Larak Island. The subsequent explosions likely took the life of 11 persons, including the rescue members on assisting tugs. After fiercely burning, the vessel settled onto the seabed. And this is where those photos come from. It is simply a gross internet misinformation. It was the Barcelona that sunk, but due to the vicinity of the 2 vessels, Barcelona and seawise giant, many had believed the sunken ship to be the seawise giant. So what happened to the seawise giant after it was hit? These photos show the seawise giant not long after the attack, badly damaged but clearly afloat. The vessel was hit direct amidships, shown in this gaping hole. The vessel is charred heavily along its entire length, and the deck pipings was all mangled by the heat of the fire. The seawise giant was taken to Singapore for repair, where an entire new deckhouse, 3,200 tons of steel, and 32 kilometers of new pipeline was needed. Then, the ship went back sailing in October 1991 with a new name, the Happy Giant. The seawise giant's tragic sinking story was simply a misinformation, and it was a misinformation that I was exposed to when I was a young child, and I have believed it since. And it's really actually very shocking for me to come to the realization that this misinformation is so prevalent that it could be in the corners that no one would have ever questioned or realized. This will lead many people into believing something happened when it really doesn't.